In this video, we'll be dissecting some scenes from some video games because of the recent release of Monster Hunter Wilds, and we'll be checking if they work or if they don't work. As it's a writing video, you don't need to understand video games at all, and I'll keep spoilers to a minimum.
Look! The bridge! They're falling back! The Khan wouldn't give up like this. Something's wrong. Open fire!
They're pulling explosives!
Shoot the horses! Shoot them! Those poor souls.
He sent them to die. For nothing.
We must honor their sacrifice. Gather our best soldiers. We will repair the bridge and attack at dawn. No. We've lost too many. If you had listened to me... Enough! There is another way. We will discuss it alone. The Mongols are on the defensive. We will strike before they regroup and end this war tomorrow.
You sent our men to die.
They are soldiers.
Their blood is on our hands. I can find a way past the bridge. Poison the enemy.
An act of terror.
I am trying to save our people.
By teaching them to fear us. If you continue down this path, you will be no better than the Mongols. I trained you to fight with honor.
Honor died on the beach. The Khan deserves to suffer.
You are ruled by your emotion.
I sacrificed everything I knew to save our people. I gave them hope. You did nothing. No. We're finished.
This scene wastes none of your time, it goes straight to the point. Characters do reflect on what just happened, but they don't dwell in it, they don't waste your time just endlessly discussing it because there's no reason to. It is portrayed as a stoic scene. Everything that happens is meant to continue with the plot, to continue with the drama between the characters and the problem at hand. The characters feel human. Even if you're not acquainted with the game, you're probably sucked in what's happening. So for context, Lies of P is a game about the old Pinocchio story, but we see here this giant puppet is telling us that Geppetto is going to betray us. Obviously, Pinocchio doesn't believe him, and obviously the interesting part of all this is that there's no need for dialogue, because that representation tells us everything we need to know. Lore-wise, up to this point in the story, you cannot communicate with other puppets because they speak another kind of language, so to speak. There's this tension between both characters because they cannot normally communicate with each other, and the only way the King of Puppets has to talk with Pinocchio is to make that representation with the other smaller puppets. And because he cannot keep on with the representation, he unfortunately has to fight with him because they don't have any other option to communicate, and Pinocchio just goes at it.
Elder! Thank the winds you've returned. I've heard what you've done for us. And now the Doshaguma have moved on. Our livestock are unharmed. Our home saved.
Yes, but
What was broken can be mended. What truly matters is that the great season of plenty has arrived. And we can share in it together. At times, we don't have all the answers we think we do. But I hope you will accept our heartfelt gratitude.
Thank you. Is there anything we can offer you in return?
well, we belong to an organization known as the Hunters Guild. As you are aware, my friends and I are on an expedition to find the village of the Keepers. We would be grateful if you would allow us to speak to the people here and gather information.
Ah, of course. Our gates will remain open to you. Visit any time, day or night.
I want you to imagine the scene, the beginning of it, without the off voice of the Elder. We're already watching how the village is being reconstructed, how the new season's coming. Why do we need an off voice to tell us that? It's pretty self-evident, right? And once we're done with the off voice and the whole reconstruction thing, now the characters start repeating things each other know already. What's the point? Before this point in the game, they've been talking about this all the time, that they're in the Hunters Guild and they need some information and they're doing whatever. So we saw in Ghost of Tsushima and Lies of P that the script is stoic. It is direct. What we're watching is what's telling us what's happening. We don't need to dwell on things we already know because it breaks the pacing. We need a faster pacing. Of course, you can have a slower pacing in some cases, but that doesn't mean you have to tell the audience what we already know. And the characters, realistically, don't need to tell each other what they already know.
Oh, look at the three of you. It's like something out of a book. A godlike of an unknown deity, a long-lost Rawatayan, and a rainbow-colored wizard. All looking for a garden, from what I've gleaned. My little puzzle was very clever, wasn't it? A challenge and a parable, all at once.
Where I'm from, hospitality usually involves a mug of cold ale and a plate of warm cookies.
I've read widely enough to know that village and its statue never existed.
So, the parable still had weight. You were still made to think. As was I. I've never seen a godlike with your appearance before. What did you think I was trying to tell you with the puzzle?
That people need to be sacrificed for the greater good?
Indeed. Omelets need shattered eggs, after all. The point of the parable is quite simple. Sentimentality is a privilege. The village would have lived if they had chosen to sacrifice one dying soul for the good of many living ones.
And you want us to do the same?
If it comes to it, yes. I hope you'll choose pragmatism over sentimentality. More than anything, the whole challenge was for you to understand how I think. No one truly matters in the long run. Not even me or the other archmages. It's what we leave behind. What matters is that our lives buy the world more history, more beauty, more time to create interesting things. Do you understand?
Yes, I think so. You're preparing me for something.
For conversation with me, primarily. Most people find it difficult to relate to an archmage. And if you cannot do so, it will complicate my attempts to communicate with you.
So the archmage gave us a puzzle right before the scene in which she's just showing in the most direct, expository way that we need to sacrifice one person to save many more. This is very irritating in the same way Monster Hunter Wilds was irritating to us, because in universe she is devoid of empathy, of art, and she's unable to forward to us what she means without it feeling very heavy-handed. The writers are constructing a meta-narrative in which she is trying to create a narrative and failing at it, and due to that we're understanding better her motives and that she thinks we're stupid, so she needs to expose and overly explain everything to us, just like Monster Hunter does. I'm not saying Capcom is devoid of humanity, but it was a bit out of touch in Monster Hunter. By now, I'm pretty sure you've all understood the lesson here. I don't need to explain it to you. But maybe you need a bit of help to understand why artificial intelligence is not gonna take over society, so I'm gonna leave you with this video in which an engineer, yours truly, explains it. And if you like this video, you know what to do.